morning, everyone. Welcome to another video. We're reading from Deuteronomy, Devarim, chapter 12. These are the laws and right rulings which you guard to do in the land which Yahweh your Elohim of your fathers is giving you to possess. All the land that you live on the land. All the days that you live on the land. Completely destroy all the places where the nations which you are dispossessing serve their mighty ones. And on the high mountains, on the hills, and under every green tree, you shall break down their altars and destroy their pillars and burn their asherim with fire. And you shall cut down the carved images of their mighty ones and destroy their name out of that place. Do not do so to Yahweh your Elohim, but seek the place which Yah your Elohim chooses. Out of all your tribes, put his name there for his dwelling place, and there you shall enter. And there you shall take your burnt offerings and your offerings, your tithes, your contributions of your hand, and your vowed offerings, your voluntary offerings, and the firstlings of your herd and of your flock. And there you shall eat before Yah your Elohim, and shall rejoice in all that you put your hand to, you and your households, in which Yah your Elohim has blessed you. Do not do all that we do here today, each one whatever is right in his own eyes, because you have not yet entered the rest in the inheritance which Yah your Elohim is giving you. You shall pass over the garden and shall dwell in the land which Yah your Elohim is giving you to inherit, and he shall give you rest from all of your enemies round about, and you shall dwell in safety. And it shall be that unto the place which Yah your Elohim chooses to make his name dwell there, there you are to bring all that I command you. Your burnt offerings, your offerings and tithes, your contributions of your hand, and all the choice offerings which you vow to Yahuwah. And you shall rejoice before Yah your Elohim, you, your sons, your daughters, and your male servants and your female servants, and the Levite who is within your gates, since he has no portion nor inheritance with you. Guard yourself that you do not offer your burnt offerings in every place that you see, except in the place which Yah chooses, in one of your tribes. There you are to offer your burnt offerings, and there you are to do all that I command you. Only whatever your being desires you shall slaughter and eat, according to the blessing of Yah, or the barakah of Yah your Elohim, which he has given you within all your gates. The unclean and the clean do eat of it, of the gazelle and the deer alike. Only the blood you do not eat. Pour it on the earth like water. You are not allowed to eat within your gates the tithe of your grain, or your new wine, or your oil, or the firstlings of your herd or flock, or of any of your offerings which you vow, or of your voluntary offerings, or of the contribution of your hand. Eat them before Yah your Elohim in the place which Yah your Elohim chooses, you and your son and your daughter, male servant, female servant, and the Levite who is within your gates. You shall rejoice before Yah your Elohim in all that you put your hands to. Guard yourself that you do not forsake the Levite as long as you live in your land. When Yah your Elohim enlarges your border as he has promised you, and you say, let me eat meat because you long to eat meat, you eat as much meat as your being desires. When the place where Yah your Elohim chooses to put his name is too far from you, you shall slaughter from your own herd and from your flock which Yah has given you, as I have commanded. And you shall eat within your gates as much as your being desires. Only as the gazelle and the deer are eaten, so you are to eat of it. The unclean and the clean alike eat of it. Only be firm to not eat the blood, for the blood is the life. Do not eat the life with the meat. Do not eat it. You pour it out on the earth like water. Do not eat it. It might be well with you and your children after you, when you do what is right in the eyes of Yahuwah. Only the Kodesh, or holy gifts, which you have, and your vowed offerings, you are to take up and go to the place which Yah chooses. And you shall make your burnt offerings, the meat and the blood, on the altar of Yah your Elohim. And the blood of your offerings is poured out on the altar of Yahuwah your Elohim, and you eat the meat. Guard and obey all of these words which I command you, that it might be well with you and your children after you forever. When you do what is good and right in the eyes of Yah your Elohim. When Yahuwah your Elohim cuts off from before you the nations which you go to dispossess, and you dispossess them and dwell in their land, guard yourselves that you are not to be ensnared to follow them after they are destroyed from before you. Do not inquire about their mighty ones, saying, how did these nations serve their mighty ones? And let me do so too. Do not do so to Yahuwah your Elohim. For every abomination which Yah hates, they have done to their mighty ones. For they even burned their sons and daughters in the fire to their mighty ones. All of the words I am commanding you, guard to do it. Do not add to it, and do not take it away. He's very clear here what we are to be doing when eating meat. If you eat meat, how much meat has blood in it today when you buy it? And according to this, what are we supposed to do with it? We are not to eat it. So you're going to have to find ways to get rid of it. Get the blood out. And then chapter 13. When there arises among you a Nabi or a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and he shall give you a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder shall come true, of which he has spoken to you, saying, let us go after other mighty ones, and you have not known and served them. Do not listen to the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams. Yahuwah your Elohim is trying you to know whether you love Yah your Elohim with all your heart and with all your being. Walk after Yah your Elohim and revere him and guard his commands. Obey his voice. Serve him and cling to him. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams is going to be put to death, because he has spoken apostasy against Yah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you from the house of bondage, to make you stray from the way in which Yah your Elohim commanded you to walk. Thus you shall purge the evil from your midst. When your brother, the son of your mother, or your son of your daughter, or the wife of your bosom, or your friend who is as your own, entices you secretly and saying, let us go serve other mighty ones, which you have not known, neither you or your fathers, of the mighty ones of the people which are all around you, near to you or far from you, from one end to the earth to the other, do not agree with him or listen to him, nor shall your eye pardon him, nor spare him or conceal him. But you shall certainly kill him. Your hand is first against him to put him to death, and afterward the hand of all the people. You shall stone him with stones until he dies, because he sought to entice you away from Yah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, from the house of bondage. Let all of Israel hear and revere, and not again do any such evil matter as this in your midst. When you hear someone in one of your cities, which Yah your Elohim gives you to dwell in, saying, some men, sons of Belial, have gone out of your midst and led the inhabitants of their city astray, saying, let us go and serve other mighty ones which you have not known. You shall inquire, search out, ask diligently, and see the matter is true and established, that this abomination was done in your midst. You shall certainly smite the inhabitants of that city in the edge of the sword, putting it under the ban, and all that is in it and its livestock with the edge of the sword. Gather all its plunder into the middle of the street, and completely burn it with fire, the city and all its plunder, before Yah your Elohim. And it shall be a heap forever, never to be built again, and none of that which is put under the ban is to cling to your hand, so that Yah turns from the fierceness of his displeasure, and shall show you compassion, love you, and increase you, as he swore to your fathers. When you obey the voice of Yahuwah your Elohim, and guard all his commands, which I command you today, to do what is right in the eyes of Yah your Elohim. He's very clear on serving other gods. It's a commandment. Have no others. Have no other mighty ones before him. Do not Do not. It says that over and over in chapter 12, at the end of chapter 12. That other nations will serve mighty ones and will entice you to do so too. And do not listen. Do not obey them, or else you're doing so against your Elohim. So I'd encourage you, if you don't know what other mighty ones could be, research some idol worship in what is common today. And you might be surprised that you have actually dipped your finger in serving other gods or having idols. So I would encourage you to cut all of that out and obey Yah and obey this command, because we serve a good and mighty Yah, and we are not to have any other mighty ones but him. And in this nation and all the nations around us, all the cities and towns we may be around, it's good to know about what is being served, what mighty ones are being served, and stay far, far away. All right, I pray God bless you, and you all have a great day. Shalom, shalom.